3, 2. Okay. And we're live. Hello, YouTube. I am Goddess Just Be, and today we're going to be talking about that broad road that leads to destruction. I am Goddess Just Be, and this is the Inner Being Church. And here we talk about spirituality as it pertains to your inner self and the God within. And I break down different scriptures in the biblical text to help you get a better understanding esoterically how it would apply to you. In this Inner Being Church, our mission is to illuminate the depths of your inner self and challenging your core beliefs, the ones that you've been telling yourself over and over in life, but they're not really serving you, in order to put you up to speed with who you really are, because you are God in the physical form. Hello, Tangi. Hello, Crystal. Thank you for being here. Y'all tap that screen on YouTube. Could you give me some thumbs up on TikTok? Could you tap the screen? If you're new to TikTok, this is how you tap the screen. I like to get started at $1,000. $1,000. Oh Lord, 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes. Oh, I'm gonna be Pastor. What they Clifto? Cliff. What's his name? The one that was keeping people for money? I forgot his name. But no, not $1,000. 1,000 likes on the screen. That's funny. I normally get started at 1,000, but I don't have time for that today because I got to get up out of here. I got a really, really busy schedule, so I'm going to just get into this word and we're going to get up out of here. Hey, Blue Diamond. Hey, Sage. Rita. Creflo. Yeah, Creflo. Yeah. Him, Royal. Him. You know exactly who I was talking about, right? So today, hey, Mickey. Hey, Jojo. So today, the scripture of today is going to be coming from Matthew 7 and 13. Matthew 7 and 13. And we're going to read the King James Version real quick so you can best understand what I'm saying. Enter ye into the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there will be which go in. Straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth into life, and there few will find it. Anybody ever heard the scripture before in the biblical text or in church on Sunday when Pastor was trying to teach you the word? I'm new. Nice meeting you. Hey, Linda. When Pastor was trying to teach the word, you heard that before, Royal? Perfect. Yes. Okay, good. Y'all heard it over here in YouTube land? Y'all heard it? Yes. Okay. So I want to break that down to you in the physical reality, and we're going to jump into physical on this one here because I want you to see that thing. You heard it, Crystal, Tangela, and Rita? Okay, good. I want you to see that thing. And I often recite this here because I talk about the multitude, but I want to break it down in every aspect of your life as it pertains to relationships, as it pertains to money, as it pertains to your health. Broad going to be the way that always leads to destruction. And I want to share this with you, that anytime you find yourself in the same majority in life, that it is time to take a pause and to reflect on what the heck you doing. It's almost like I gotta start with the man in the mirror because I'm on the broad path. When we look at the idea of eating, let's just go through them real quick. When we look at the idea of eating certain foods based upon where we are, we'll have people saying, "Oh, I'm a Mexican. I can't let go of my, chimichangas." What do you mean I can't have tomatoes? But I'm a Mexican. I'm from New Orleans. What you mean I can't have soul food? What you mean that's going to cause inflammation to my body? What you mean I'm black and I live in New Orleans? Like, right? Okay. In relationships, maybe broad is the way that leads to destruction in relationships because everybody in your family maybe are feminine or females, but yet they're single. What you mean I'm supposed to be vulnerable? They'll say. What you mean I gotta open up my heart? Shit, I ain't letting nobody see me down or see me break. That's weak. That ain't for me. What you mean? Broad is the way that leads to destruction in that area. Would you agree? As it pertains to relationship, because they know no other. They know no other way. So we dealt with the health. We dealt with relationships. Let's get over here to wealth. What you mean? You quitting this job? I once was told. What you mean you quitting this job? You ain't gonna make it. We got good benefits. You crazy. You don't want to do that. You see what I mean here? Broad is the way that leaded to destruction. It's so wide because everybody doing that because that's all everybody know. What people be saying in that place in their life is like, hey, I'm in the box. I ain't never got out this box. It seems like it's scary out there. So I'm going to project on you the things that I'm doing, the things that we supposed to do because we Black. You know, we got to eat soul food, you know. Because we women, we got to stick together. Forget the men, you know. Because we work here for this corporation, you know. We gotta have deliverables, you know. We gotta be the system expert, you know. This is a good company, good benefits, you know. I want you to always, in every aspect of your life, and this is coming from me, and I'm going to tell you this as it pertains to me being a mother first, like in this realm. That's like the most important job that I have here. Outside of being a partner, outside of being a daughter, a neighbor, a friend, and the most rewarding job in my life is going to always be that of a mother. So I'm going to talk to you as if I'm talking to my children from a place of love. Do you mind if I just share my heart with you as my babies, as an extension of me? Because I love you. I come here every day. Anytime somebody will sit and spend their time with you, baby, that time is something that I'm not going to never get this back. Now, y'all. Y'all see me in this moment? I'm not going to never get this back. I was stuck in traffic today. I normally come on here at 4 o'clock today. And at 4:01, I began to think about you. I don't even know you all in the physical reality, but I know you are like me. I know you are drawn to me because there's a commonality energetically that draws you here day in and day out. And I want to talk to you like you're my babies out of love. And if it was my babies, and yes, I also leave these lives behind for my babies, just to let you know, my young men, in case there be something that ever happens to me in this realm, that they will be able to circle back and they'll be able to hear me talking to you, and I'm talking to you out of the same love that I would want them to hear if they ever listen to the repeat. You hear me? So here we are, me nurturing you, being that nurturing that you could use even if you had your mama. I would say to you, every aspect of your life, I want you to back yourself up and look at how broad the way is. I want you to always be wise as a serpent, yet as gentle as a dove. I don't care if you are going out to a party. Walk away from your friends for a moment. Go to the restroom by yourself. When you come out of that restroom, you look at the whole place. You watch that room, that environment that you had surrounded yourself with, that you are inside of it. You look at what is common in there. What is the broad thing in there? When you go to a restaurant, you look at what's broad in there. I don't care what it is. You always try to see what's broad. When you on TikTok, look and see what's broad in there. Like, right, what is everybody doing? Because you want to be different in every aspect of your life. Because that different one is unique all by themselves. They are not afraid of jumping out of that box just to see what's over there in that boundless universe. They are the people that are able to soar in different areas of their life because they dare to be different. They dared to go down that lonely, probably, straight, probably, narrow road that this biblical text is speaking of. They probably, like in the biblical text, how the Christ conscious one, the parable says, don't you know I have to be about my father's business, and went away from mother and father for an appointed time to be about that business. I remember when I went back to college, and during this time I had liked to dance. I'd like to dance, and I like to hang out with some of my cool friends and stuff. And on Thursday, we would hang out at certain places. But when it was time for me to get back in school, I had to separate myself for an appointed time, right? Went to school, got the degree, went back to that same place, and then people were doing the same thing that they were doing prior to me left. Now here I'm back. I'm degreed now, and I go back, and it's not the same to me no more. It was refreshing to see them again, but it wasn't the same to me because I hadn't got out of the box. I didn't realize I was out of the box, and so that place just wasn't a place that I could go every Thursday no more, because I'm looking at them and I'm saying, God darn it, don't you want something different? But when it's a broad road, and everybody there, and everybody like being in that box. No, they don't want no different. You could look at TikTok and you'll see I have a TikTok shop. I sometimes, hey Keith, I see you, babe. Sometimes I with my TikTok shop, I'll hit the button every now and then. But I said on purpose, I want you to know tactfully how I think over here, because I know where I'm going and I want you to be part of this. I tactfully say I'm going to do it. I'm participating here and there. I'm not going to be like one of the ones that be on from 6 in the morning to like 10 at night. Have you ever seen people on TikTok for like 12 hours and something? Somebody here to press the number 1 if you ever seen this here before. Have you ever seen people on TikTok for like 12 hours? Or maybe you was on TikTok 2 hours ago and then you went to work or something for a couple of hours and you got back and they were still there. Anybody ever saw that? Anybody? Like, so since I'm a content creator, Crystal, this Grateful Sage, y'all to see the Roy, you didn't see it. So I'm a content creator, like, right? And I love sharing this information. Miss D, you didn't see it. And so I love sharing information about consciousness. I even have a TikTok shop and the website. Like, right? Don't think I don't want to make money on my website. But in my mind, I think about this scripture every time. Broad is the way. Because you know what? In the back of my mind, I feel I've already retired, and I feel like, you know what? I don't have to give my my day, all of my time. Because if I turn my word time backwards, I have the word emit. I'm emitting energy. Now it's no different from being a corporate America. I'm on social media in the virtual reality and just giving away my time. Corporate America was a show check. Giving away my time on social media, it could fluctuate. But I see that, and I see so many people doing that, and I'm like, wait up. If I sat back and I look back at them people, and I think about all of the people that I personally know who are millionaires, that I personally know that are well off from corporate America, or from me even being a mentor to them or consultant to them, that I personally know, they don't even be on there. I'm talking about the people with the long money. So it's safe to say in my mind that I could conclude, like, wait a minute, broad is the way. That could lead them to destruction. Some of them people be looking so weary within their eyes from doing that all day, like, right? Forsaking self. Let me tell you something about this here Broadway. When you go down to Broadway and do everything that other people doing, and you begin to forsake self. For example, if I was on this live right now, just simply eating a pear, right, and talking to you at the same time, I'm not really experiencing eating or chewing the pear, because my mind will be on talking to you and making sure that the words that I'm saying are being communicated the way that I want them to flow to you. The pear would just be something that I'm doing on autopilot. So the juices, the nutrients, the substance that is giving me, the life that is giving me, I will be ignoring it. You see that? I want you to remember that, because in this journey, we're playing a game of life, but at the tail end, you're going to have a look back. Mhm. And if you look back and you decide, or see rather, that you forgot to laugh, oh, that's not going to sit well with you. It's not going to sit well with you, baby. How you feel matters. And sometimes in life, we be chasing behind those things that we want so much. And let me tell you something about Duck Duck Goose. Duck Duck Goose, you run behind that other person, they're running away from you. The thing that you're running behind, you be running away from you, because you're creating resistance when you do that. But broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many will go. They just keep on running and running and running and running and running. And it's simply because they don't have a mindset that's conducive of the fact that they ain't got to work hard. Some people have a belief in their mind that we, as the darker hued beings, we got to work hard. Lord forbid if you're a woman, Lord forbid if you're single, Lord forbid if you're in an area where they have other brighter skinned people than the dark skinned people. We have all of these fictitious type things that we think about. Stumbling blocks that we create for ourselves, just so that we could be part of that broad way. But how can all of them people that's on the broad way lead you? Because the blind can't lead the blind, lest you all fall into a ditch. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. I don't care if we're talking about college here. Now, this might step on some people's toes the way I think, because trust and believe, I don't think like you. My thoughts are not your thoughts. This might step on some of y'all toes as it pertains to college, and I'm sitting here sitting on degrees. But look at where I am. Using them? No. As it pertains to college, so many people go there. I'm one of them people that went there and thought that that was the way, the broad way. But then when I look at the people with the abundance, with the long money that I was telling you about, they don't even have that. Some of them don't even have the GEDs. But they got what they want. They got that freedom. They don't have to be on no TikTok. You see what I'm saying? As it pertained to health and wellness, when I was in New Orleans, Louisiana, I was told, what's wrong with you? You must not be part of us. When I lost my weight and I did dare to not eat like they eat, what's wrong with you? Are you on crack? You doing them drugs? Broad is the way, though. Now they're the ones with the diabetes, the high blood pressure. I'm the one that has nothing wrong with me, in alignment with me, could eat anything that I want. Because I chose that narrow path. You see where I'm going here? I want to educate you on something, and I want you to take notes. I want you to remember this, and this is something that's free. And I'm telling this to you from love. A game changer for your mind, and I want you to find it on YouTube. Somebody put the word YouTube. YouTube. I don't know if we could put that in the comments. I don't know, but we putting it. Put it. Let's see what happens. Put the word YouTube, or put YT up in there. YT. YT. This is where you're gonna go. This is where you're gonna go. And I want you, if you put it on there, if you write the word YouTube on there, you gotta go and you gotta check this out. As a motherly love person coming to you, helping you with your soul, I want to help you with your pockets too. YouTube. And when you go to YouTube, I want you to search for an audio book. Since some of y'all don't like to read, it might take you 6 hours to finish listening to this here book. But I don't care if it's 30 minutes a day. I want you to listen to this here book, because it's going to change your life. It changed my life. And I want your life to change too. And you know what I want back from you? When your life changed, when your mind changed, all I want from you is you to come back over here and put in a comment. It don't matter what comment it is. Thank you. Thank you for helping me come out of the box. You agree to do that before I tell you what this is? Do you agree? Do you promise? I want you to promise me this here. Promise me that you don't stay up the damn box. Promise me. That's all I want is a testimony. Just promise me that you don't stay in a damn box. There's a book. There's an audio book. It's free. It's free. The name of this book is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Anybody ever heard of it before? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Anybody? Anybody? Yes. 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 One of my favorites. Yes. If you heard about it before and if you done listened to it already, could you please go back and listen to it again? Could you please go back and listen to it again? Yes, Lynetta. Yes. I have a paper copy. I love that for you. I read it in college. Thank you. Thank you, Royal. Thank you. Yes, yes, Mr. Stewart. Could you please go back and listen to it again, though? Cause see, when you listen to it one time, you get a nugget, and then when you listen to it another time, maybe a day or two later, maybe a week or two later, maybe a month or a year or two later, then you get more nuggets. I want you to capture all of the nuggets that you possibly can, and I want you to apply them, and I want you to begin to ask yourself the questions, just like they were teaching you in the audio book. Ask yourself them posing questions, like instead of telling yourself, I ain't gonna never get this here. Ask yourself instead, what would I have to do in order to make this work? It's teaching you a whole mindset, a renewing of a mind so that you could come out of the box, so that you don't carry on your life in the broad direction. You hear me? You do not have to work hard. You have to change your mind. For every last one of you, you have to look at assets different. You may have to look at health and wellness different for you, not for them people that you live by. If I look at health and wellness as it pertains to me being in New Orleans, I wouldn't eat the things that I eat. I'll be still fooling around with soul food. If I look at relationships just like other people in my family look at relationships, I'll be closed-minded. And I would never experience what unconditional love is. So for you, I'm asking of you to go down that straight path. Leave that broad stuff alone. When you find too many people chiming in, too many people saying it's easy, that's a red flag. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. And life will help you to get up out of there, because in life will push you. Life will make it hard for you. You sitting up there hitting on the same stumbling blocks that you may have been hitting on 10 years ago. But life been trying to push you. Life been trying to say, go this way. Go this way. This way is open. But you sitting over here fighting against the wall. Also in life, become comfortable with being pushed around. And when it pushes you, stop knocking on that damn door. Go to another door. Stop wasting your time at the same damn door. Ain't nobody opened it. There's a chain on it. The doorbell don't even work. Get up out of there. Be prepared to shift. Always this is symbolic of be water, my friend. If you knock on the darn door, nobody open. You done rung the doorbell, it didn't register that nobody still came. That's not conducive of being water. Go with flow. Go to the next door. You can't get life wrong. But life be in your face, in our face, telling us, nope, not this door, not this season, not right now. Keep going, please. You beat it up if you want to, and guess what? Broad is the way that leads to destruction, because everybody trying to beat something up. Everybody trying to beat something up. I remember when I worked in corporate America, and I used to try to climb the corporate America ladder. I shared a little bit of this story with y'all when they did the reorg, during the time when they did the reorg, and I was trying to climb the corporate America ladder, and everybody was trying to get a job at that time. And at the same time, everybody was, a lot of people were getting laid off too at the same time. So it's really hard to move around in that moment, like, right? But the doors kept shutting in my damn face. And look at me now. Because I got to a moment where I said, I'm not even going to apply for anything anymore. That's what I'm going to do. Life is pushing me, shutting that door in my face. I don't know why. I'm degreed. So let me stop. Are you prepared to stop in order for you to get to the narrow lane? Or you like being in that broad lane that ain't going nowhere, that's leading you to destruction? When you gonna stop? Because it's gonna take you to stop and do something different. It's gonna take you to find out other resources in life. And so now, since I'm retired, and I think back over my life, when I was in corporate America, and granted, I worked there for 22 years. Good job, good benefits, no complaints. It took care of my family and me, and I'm happy about it, right? During that time, I would boldly say, a little bit of ego was up in there when I would say, people ask me, how long have you been with the company? I've been here for 22 years. Like proud, like, right? 22 years, 40 hours a week, traveled to multiple states on storm restoration, missed a couple of holidays with my children because I was out trying to get overtime, dealing with snowstorms and stuff, like, right? 22 years. 22 years. Now, because of the people I know in my new environment and how I no longer am in a box where I believe that we have to work hard like that. And if somebody now were to ask me, how long did I work there? And I say 22 years. Now my thought in my mind's totally different. It ain't about ego. It's like, yeah, man, 22 years. And I spent a lot of them in that broad lane that was leading to destruction. The door wasn't opening. I was doing that reorg. I wasn't getting the job at the time that I wanted, doing the reorg. And I spent 22 years there. 22 years in that, at that moment. I'm not complaining here. I'm just trying to get you to see something in that moment. 22 years I was in that box. Thinking like the majority is what I'm trying to get you to see. That this here box is the only way for me. The American dream, we'll call it. Like, right? The house, the marriage, the picket fence. Like, right? The good job with good benefits. And then what? Then what? What about spending time with your family? What about traveling to other countries? What about your passport? What about rest? What about indulging in exotic foods? What about going on trips and exploring the world and being free? What about freedom? What about financial gain? What about owning land? What about the narrow path? Why is it they call it the 10 percenters of the world? Why is it that it's only 10% that really kind of get that? What the hell is going on with the ones that's in that broad lane? That's leading them to destruction. They not getting it. They're not getting it that they on rinse and repeat. I used to work on a elevated floor downtown New Orleans at this utility company that I worked for, and I would sometimes look out the window at the people walking. I always paid attention to the broad world. I always paid attention. As I'm teaching you how to pay attention to it, I would look out the window at the people walking at 4 o'clock. And this is what you saw from afar, from looking down. They would walk to the corner. There was a red light on the corner, so they had to cross the street on that corner because safety first, right? Safety first. If you were going to the parking garage, you had to go this way, by the red light there. You couldn't go this way because they didn't have a red light down here. So they told the employees, cross this way. So 4 o'clock, all you would see is it looked like little ants in an assembly line going to the parking garage from my window in the office. 4 o'clock on the dot. Then in the morning, getting to work at about 6:30 on the dot, you looking from the garage. I would sit in the car. I would look from the garage and I would see them walking to get into work, the assembly line. I worked with these people day in and day out. I would see them in the hallway. Hey, Angie, how's the family? They're fine. It's like, what's wrong, Angie? Oh, I'm exhausted. I can't keep up. It's so much. It was like rinse and repeat. Caught up on your job? Yeah. I'll have that project done. I'll have my drawings done by the end of the week. Okay, Angie, well, you take care of yourself, okay? Exhausted. The store I just left from, the girl just drifting to sleep, exhausted. Slave working mentality. Just to get not much from the store that I just left. It was a grocery store. Not much. I said, you take care of yourself, baby. You get you some rest. She's like, yes, ma'am. So we work. The bank gets some of our money from our houses. Government gets some of our money. And then we just have a little bit left over. A little bit left over. We want to buy something, treat ourselves right. We'll say, oh, I worked hard for this. And then bam, the whole check gone and we got to do it all over again. That's the broad road that I'm talking about. Or better yet, the broad road as it pertains to sickness and wellness. Well, everybody else eating this here. I'm from New Orleans. I'm going to just go ahead and eat it. I'm going to just go to the doctor. The doctor told me just come in next month. I'll see what he got to say. That's another broad road. Stay away from them broad roads. They lead to destruction. And I don't want you going down there. Use your mind. Find out what your resources are, even if you have to go to YouTube and listen to books, audio versions of books. Right now in this lane, everybody giving something for free, so you don't have no excuse. I'm sitting up here giving you health and wellness for free, giving you esoteric knowledge for free, giving you manifestation ideas for free. Put it in that little search bar. Find out what you need to find out for free and get out of that broad road that leads to destruction. Well, I don't know how to meditate. How do I meditate? There you go. It's for free. Go to YouTube. Go to TikTok. Study to show thyself approved. It's free. Somebody is passionate about some area of life and they just want to share with somebody like me. There's more people like me for free. There's people that do it for 12 hours for free. I ain't them people. Because I'm going to enjoy my human experience, but I'm going to give you what I can within this here hour for free. You hear me? Don't get lost in the sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce. What about you and your family? Yeah. What about it? What about your well-being? What about your good quality of sleep? What about birthday times and in holidays? That's the most important. Don't miss out on the most important part, the human experience now, being in that broad road where you're fatigued and stressed the heck out and working hard. Let's not get it twisted. We don't want to reenact being a Hebrew slave up in here. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I thought like a child. I behaved like a child. But when I sat back and looked at that broad road, I want you to get back on up. You got to back on up. Because see, when you all into it, you don't see it. When you all into it, you don't see it. You don't see it. You don't see it. You don't even see that they have words on it. You don't see it because you all into it. I need you to back up. I need you to back up and see clearly where you going with your life. And I don't care if that is a business professional in that business that you dog ass tired in. Back up and see where the trajectory of your life, where you want your life to go. You want to go up that ladder where they are? That's another thing I would study. I would look at the business professionals, the VPs and the directors who I knew, who I had healthy relationships with. Every time I saw them people, they were stressed the hell out and they had black sunken under eye marks to prove it. And I would say to myself, I don't want to go up that ladder. Because there's something up on the top of that ladder that's stressing these people out. I don't want to go. Matter of fact, I don't want to go so much that I am hopeful that the ladder gets pushed off of the damn building with me on it so I can fall up on my ass and get my ass up out of here. This is true. This is what I said. Because I know if I fall on my ass, I'm going to get up. Because I'm already be as far down as I possibly can be. It's only up from there. And so I retired. That's not the majority. That's where the narrow path is. Retirement at 40 years old. Oh, that's narrow right there. Many don't do that. Many don't dare to explore or believe in themselves like that. I'm not telling you to leave a job, but I am telling you to pay attention to your environment as it pertains to your money, your health, and your relationships. If you've never opened up that heart before in that relationship, I dare you to show unconditional love. I double dare you. I dare you to be able to receive, to be able to effectively communicate and speak your truth. I dare you to have the ability to know your vulnerable spots in life, know what your triggers are in life as it pertains to your relationship. I dare you, not on the first date, now don't get crazy with it, but I dare you after getting to know somebody that you really like. I dare you to just sit there and be like, well, I have this thing that's really important to me. And I'm working on it. It's really, really important that you da 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 da. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna say this here key word to let you know when I'm, kind of dealing with that, so you could better understand me in that moment. Better understand that I need a moment of silence. That I'm dealing with it, and that's a sensitive moment because I'm just trying to become a better version of myself. I dare you to get that intimate with a relationship where you could open up that heart. You got to tell me everything, but you could open up that heart to a capacity where you say, hey, look, I am lovable and I am being loved and I'm loving on myself first. Yeah, I dare you. I dare you to take so good care of yourself that the peer pressures of life when you go out with your friends on Thursday don't have you in the setback. I dare you. I dare you to go down that straight path. Because those are the only paths in this realm that's going to lead you to eternal life and set you free. It ain't about being holier than thou and trying to be angelically correct. It's about setting yourself up to be in the best position to save yourself and to free yourself from the loop of this game where the majority is on the broad road and they are being led astray. I dare you. The doors of the church are open. The doors of the church are open. It is offering time. Y'all tap that screen. It's offering time. For those of you that are new to my lives, I am Goddess Just Be, and I help people on the areas of mind, body, and soul. If you want to give in the offering, my cash app is Goddess Just Be. If you want to join this Intervene Church, my website is salttheearthpub.org. There I offer the Woke is F blood type connection course. that help you eat right for your blood type, that'll help you with your trauma based upon your blood type, and direct you both spiritually and physically. My website is solvethearthpub.org. If you stay there 3 to 5 seconds, you'll see a pop-up. And on that pop-up, you'll be able to enter your name and email address to receive newsletters from me about your spiritual journey, about your blood type, highly beneficial herbs, and all of my products and my lives. Even when I travel to Sedona for our women's retreats twice a year. Like I said, my Cash App is Goddess Just Be for those that want to give. Y'all make sure that y'all tap the screen, tap the screen, and give me some thumbs up. Yeah. Good quality of life. Yes. Share cropping all over again. Yes, it is, Philip. All over again. But you don't see it when you're in it. That's why you got to back up out of that thing. You got to back up. I challenge you to just sit down and back up out of all of the situations. And you see it. You'll see these people on TikTok that will sell all of their hair and get them a little minivan, and they just be exploring, the family be exploring the world. Talk about being free. Oh, talk about being free. Yes, Crystal. Yes, the glass ceiling has a purpose. It sure does. It sure does. That's why I told my school I wasn't doing the cheerleaders again. A lot of time taken up. Yes, a lot of time. Time pouring into something else. When you gonna pour that into you? Is what I'm saying. For the abundance of you, for the edification of your church, is what I'm saying. Pour into you. As much as I love y'all, you will not see me on here for no 12 hours. You get this here, you get these nuggets within this time, and I'm out of here. You're not going to see me posting 30 to 50 times a day. No, I don't need a blog. I don't need this today in the life of. No, let me experience my today in my life of myself. Because I need to be able to smell that flower. I can't worry about the camera and the flower at the same time. I can't digest my highly beneficial foods and be worried about this if this is straight. No, because that means I'm not experiencing my thing. You got to experience this thing. And when you're experiencing it, what I'm saying to you is that you're emitting when you're experiencing it. When you're eating, you're emitting, oh, this is deliciousness. This is sweet. This is juicy. This is flavorful. When you're in a relationship, when you're loving, this is unconditional love. This turns me on. This makes me feel good. This makes me feel special, even more special than I know that I'm already am. When you're experiencing lavish things, oh my God. I already knew that I was divine sitting up on a throne. This is my kingdom. This is where I belong. This is my environment. This is the place that it was calling me and beckoning for me over and over. I finally answered the call. You want to be able to milk that thing. Why do you want to milk that thing? Because your thoughts, while milking that thing, is sending out a signal. And it's that signal going to give you more of it. Don't let no thing take away all of your time, baby. Majority of the time, it is that broad way that will take away your time. Go to YouTube and watch Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it has everything to do with 2 different mindsets. It'll teach you about your assets, teach you about the questions that you could have and ask yourself in this right now reality to obtain more. And I always teach you that. I say God never asks himself a question that he or she don't already know the answer to. So instead of you saying, why am I always broke? You could flip that into a question that's going to serve you better. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Sage. Thank you, Royal. Thank you, Tangela, Miss Grateful, Shayla, Sue. Thank you all that gave, all that wanted to give, all that commented, all that shared the live, all that tapped the screen, all that listened and gave me your time and your attention in this right now moment. I appreciate every last one of you. Yeah, making changes every day to get on the narrow path, working on all of them in all areas. Yeah, I just want to learn all that's needed so that I can evolve. That's it. And that's what you're doing right now. Forever being a student. Forever being a student, but being an observant student. I never was that student that liked to sit in the front of the class. Never was I. because I always have been introverted. I always wanted to be in the back of the class. I wanted to read the energy of the room. I wanted to see where was the broad path, so to speak. Who was doing it, what, and why, and how they were passing, or how, excuse me, how did they develop that relationship with the teacher? How did they study? Hows to figure stuff out. You gotta always be like that. Don't never stop questioning stuff. Never stop being inquisitive about things. If I have a thought throughout the middle of the day, I'm researching. Even if it's the simplest thought about a grasshopper. I want to know, where do grasshoppers go at night? I'll put it in there and I'll watch. I'll watch a whole video on it just to satisfy my mind. I want you to be like that. Because when you get like that, you like a sponge and you soaking this stuff in. And then when you get ready to make your move, you already know how to make the move. You already know the questions to ask. But the majority on that broad road, they'll be like, oh, I don't know about that. I ain't never figured that out. And they will never seek. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. All right? Travel and be free. And I will. And this is the recipe. You could do it. You just never ask yourself or figure out the trajectory or the path in order to do it. But you could do it. You could be, do or have anything that you put your mind to. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. When is the women's retreat in Sedona? There's one this here weekend and then there's another in September. I don't want up that ladder. Oh no. Oh no. You don't want to go up that ladder. No. You find out where you want to go though. And you ask yourself, how we gonna get there? What we don't need to do to get there. Girl, your testimony make me walk away from that job. Yes. But you plan ahead. Be wise when you do it. But understand this one thing. Your time, you did not come forth from all-knowing infinite intelligence to work hard. You came forth from all-knowing infinite intelligence to figure out that you're a master manipulator of energy, a master manifester, a God in human form that can be, do, or have anything that you put your mind to. Anything. So get to putting your mind to the things that'll send you down that straight path and get off of that broad one. Because them people on that broad one, now you're talking to me in my life. Now, yeah, them people on that broad one, that's a little bit too much, baby. That's too much. By the time you get down the path of the one that's broad, you're going to be stressed the heck out. Who wants to just think about this one thing that baffled me? It baffled me since I was 12 years old. I never forget. I saw a lineman roughly 12, 13 in front of the door. Yeah, something different each time, like a movie. Yeah, every time you watch something, you get a new understanding. When I was like 12 or 13 years old, they had the linemen come in. The women, they would be outside, like on a porch. And they'd be outside, they'd see the linemen. And the linemen, had the uniform on. And so the women knew that they had good benefits, right? And so the lineman, and actually he ended up still being there. He was an old man when I got there. Still working at that company when I got hired on. But I didn't know that I'd one day work for that company. But the lineman was standing outside. And I was like, why do everybody like your job? What's so good about your job? And he was like, well, I make good money and I get good benefits. And I was like, oh, okay. So how long you gotta work though? You gonna have to work forever? I remember this like it was yesterday. You gonna have to work forever? And he's like, no. About 65, then I'll be able to retire. And I said, at that age, 65? Oh no, I'm not gonna work till I'm 65. I think I'll work till I'm 40, and then I want to quit and do something else. I'm gonna be too old to get up in the morning at 65. I couldn't see it from that moment. It really, I manifested. If you look at it, I couldn't see myself doing that. And I manifested that thing. And when I did start working later on in life, I thought about that like often, like 65. And when I saw somebody that was like 55 and 60 or 62, God forbid, still at work. In my mind, I was like, oh no, that's the part of me I don't want to be like. So I would talk to him. I would talk to them because I needed to find out what they did to get there. You know, like, okay, so I'll be like, how much longer you got? And they'd be like, well, I gotta pay off the house, and then I gotta send the children to school, and I got this refinance. And let me tell you, kid, don't ever sell your first house. I was taking freaking notes up in there. Don't sell the first house. Don't pay for them children's college. What else? Don't refinance. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, pay the house off early? Oh, okay. Because I need to know how to get the hell up out of here. I need to know what you did wrong so I could do my rights. So I could get down that straight path. I'm telling you something. Somebody gonna get it, even if it's just one. And I want you to come back and say thank you. Remember, tomorrow is the day that we're going to be discussing testimony time as it pertains to your telepathic communication. If you have forgotten, make sure you start doing it now, tonight and tomorrow before the live, and telepathically communicate something that you want for it, whether it be somebody to call you, whether it be in the house and you think that your husband about to walk in the door, whatever you think, or whatever he's about to walk in the door and say such and such or whatever you think, and you put in somebody else's head through thought, and it happens, let me know about it tomorrow. We need to perfect our gifts. We need to find out which one you're best at. And I'm taking two of this here. I have on this list. I got so far, Erica did hers. I got Rita, I got Ash, I got Lioness, I got Sage, I got Toya, I got Royal, Blue, I got Bakiba, Miss Grateful, Keith, April, Crystal, Miss B, Tia, and I'm holding you all, every last one of you all accountable. And I still want to know when you get your $600. I'm not letting you off the hook for them $600 because you could do or have anything that you put your mind to. Rich dad, poor dad, gonna help you even more with your mind when you look at that to help to bring to you your money. You got work to do. I ain't raising no ducks in the physical reality as it pertains to my children or any of y'all that's listening to me. Because I know your God in physical reality, even if you don't know it for yourself just yet. And I'm going to keep telling you over and over until you realize it. I'm going to keep reminding you of them $600 over and over. And it's not to put pressure on you. It's to hold you accountable. It's for you to practice the law of use on your own self. It's love, baby. I'm not giving up on you. Yes. I'm retiring this year. Trust me. And so it is. There you go, babe. No more excuses. None. Because you don't want to hear them. And so that makes it clear enough for you to know that I don't want to hear me either. No more excuses. No more excuses. Yes, I will. Good for you, baby. Good for you, baby. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Let's see. Oh, I have to catch September 1. Okay. Where can I find the information on the retreat? It's on my website. You can see a picture of me in front of the Red Rock Mountain in Sedona. Just click on the picture. I found Jesus at about 40. Okay. Hey, Tia. Amen. Amen. Yes. That's the website. Salt of the Earth is right here. saltoftheearthpub.org is the website. I just came in. Oh, we about to get up out of here, though. We about to pray. We about to pray, and we about to get up out of here. You are very wise counsel, Gems, every time. Oh, thank you, Mel. I appreciate you, babe. I appreciate you for frequenting my live and being here with your attention. You're talking to me in my life now. Okay. I've done my telepathic about 4 times, and I got half of the 600. Okay. Look at Rita. Let me take Rita off of this here list. That's beautiful. So we're going to discuss that on tomorrow. But in the meantime, in between time, when you're on your break, listen to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's going to help you with your money, your idea about money, your relationship with money, help you best understand what your true assets are, help you with those expenses, spending too much, trying to put out. Because this is about balance. You want to put out, without getting that much in. You got to control that. That's why I sit here and I give, but I allow you to give to me so I can receive offering. Because life is about a healthy balance in every aspect of the way. The people on that broad path, they know how to spin. Just to let you know, they know how to spin on that broad path. Rich people ain't spinning like the broad people spin. Understand that. Let us pray. Aries, me too. All right. God, inner being, source energy, and infinite intelligence. I'm so thankful for each and every last one of these people. My reflections, those that remind me so much of me on a journey, just like me. Eager, just like me. Inquisitive, just like me. Wanting to figure this stuff out, just like me. I feel so thankful for each and every last one of them. And as you open up their mind, as they listen to Rich Dad, Poor Dad, implant in them innovative ideas that they never even thought of before. Show them their passion, show them their gifts, show them their talents. Let ideas endlessly fall upon them over and over. And following the ideas, let the money come. Let multiple streams of income come in for them. Let them finally see what it feels like to experience like being free, freeing up their time, free to be, free to explore, free to love their loved ones, free to be kissed by the sun, and for the first time just allowing themselves to sit and milk it without worrying about having to go to work tomorrow, a bill that is unpaid. Set them free in their mind. Give them idea after idea after idea after idea after idea. This is what I speak over them. That everything that they touch turn into gold. Every idea that sparks from their thought prosper and bring forth life. Every step that they take be led and orchestrated by you, Source. That they cannot get nothing wrong. From this day forward, they shall not be the same again. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. One last one. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. And they shall all be the products of the rich dad. Type in a comment, my daddy's rich, my daddy's rich, my daddy's rich, my daddy's rich. My daddy is rich, my daddy is rich, my daddy is rich, my daddy is rich. My daddy is rich, my daddy is rich, my daddy is rich, my daddy is rich. If your daddy rich, you ain't gotta fight. If your daddy rich, you ain't gotta work hard. If your daddy rich, you you have the best things in life. If your daddy rich, you understand what it is to be free. My daddy is rich, my daddy is rich, my daddy is rich, my daddy is rich. Now you go to YouTube and you watch, you listen rather, to the audio of the book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is the title of the book. It's 6 hours long. Even if it's 30 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, 1 minute a day, you will listen to the book in its entirety. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to open up your mind, and you shall not be the same anymore after you complete the audio version of that book. I bless you. I speak that on your life. Your daddy is rich, baby. This video was from my heart to yours. My daddy is rich. My daddy is rich. My daddy is rich. My daddy is rich. Woo! Y'all have a good night.